At 79, Hayley Mills finally tells the truth about Maureen O'Hara, and the timing alone has people paying attention. Hayley Mills was born Hayley Catherine Rose Vivian Mills on April 18, 1946, in London, England, stepping into the world already surrounded by legacy, pressure, and expectation. She came from one of Britain's most respected theatrical families, a name that carried weight long before she ever stepped in front of a camera. Her father, Sir John Mills, was a towering figure in British cinema, praised for unforgettable performances in films like Great Expectations and Ryan's Daughter. Her mother, Mary Hayley Bell, was equally formidable, an accomplished playwright and novelist with a sharp creative mind and high standards. This was not a quiet household. Creativity filled every room, and storytelling was part of everyday life. Growing up in that environment shaped Hayley in powerful ways. She absorbed discipline, professionalism, and a deep respect for acting from an early age. This was not just encouragement, it was immersion. The arts were not optional, they were a way of life, and that constant exposure sharpened her instincts far beyond her years. Her early contact with stage and screen felt almost inevitable, but that didn't make it easy. Hayley Mills didn't drift into acting. She stepped into it with focus and emotional awareness that stunned audiences. Her official film debut came at just 12 years old in the British crime drama Tiger Bay in 1959, where she starred opposite her own father, a situation filled with both opportunity and pressure. Her performance shocked critics. It carried emotional depth, raw honesty, and a natural charm rarely seen in someone so young. That breakout role turned heads fast, and it wasn't long before Walt Disney himself took notice. He saw in Hayley a rare mix of innocence and intelligence, exactly the kind of screen presence that fit Disney's carefully crafted vision of family entertainment, setting the stage for everything that came next. It wasn't long before she signed a contract with Walt Disney Studios, a move that would completely change her life and catapult her into worldwide fame. This marked the beginning of one of Disney's most successful collaborations, and almost overnight, Hayley Mills became a face audiences everywhere recognized and adored. The studio saw her as something special, not just talented, but emotionally magnetic in a way cameras love. Her first Disney film, Pollyanna, in 1960, turned Hayley into a true household name. Playing the endlessly optimistic orphan, she brought warmth, sincerity, and emotional clarity to the role, lighting up every scene she appeared in. Her performance felt genuine, never forced, and audiences connected to her instantly. People didn't just watch Pollyanna, they felt her spirit. The impact was massive. Hayley's portrayal earned her the Academy Juvenile Award, making her one of the youngest performers ever to receive such an honor. That moment cemented her place in Hollywood history. Pollyanna went on to become one of Disney's most enduring classics, and much of that legacy rests squarely on Hayley's ability to reach viewers of all ages. She embodied hope and kindness in a way that felt natural and believable, shaping her public image as the definitive Disney heroine of the early 1960s. Then came The Parent Trap in 1961, and Hayley proved she was far more than just sweet and wholesome. Taking on dual roles as identical twins, Susan and Sharon, separated at birth and reunited at summer camp, Hayley showcased astonishing range. Her comedic timing was sharp, her emotional shifts seamless, and her technical precision impressive for someone so young. The film pushed boundaries in filmmaking at the time and remains one of the most beloved family movies ever created, further elevating Hayley Mills into true stardom. Her performance showed far more than charm. It revealed a growing sophistication and control that few young actresses could manage at that level. Hayley Mills was no longer just a cute presence on screen. She was carrying major Hollywood productions almost on her own, and doing it with confidence and precision. Directors trusted her instincts, and audiences felt that maturity in every scene. Throughout the 1960s, Hayley continued to captivate viewers in a string of successful films, including In Search of the Castaways in 1962, Summer Magic in 1963, and That Darn Cat in 1965. Each project reinforced her status as Disney's Golden Girl, the face of youthful innocence, curiosity, and adventure that defined the studio's image during that era. But behind the bright smile, Hayley was already thinking ahead. As she grew older, she became increasingly determined to move beyond the limitations of a child star label. She wanted to be taken seriously, not just admired. That shift became clear when she accepted more grounded and emotionally complex roles, including The Family Way in 1966. That film marked a clear turning point. It signaled her transition into adult roles and revealed a deeper emotional range that surprised critics and viewers alike. This stage of her career reflected her resolve to be recognized for her craft, not just her past success or youthful appeal. As the years progressed, Hayley Mills never disappeared from the industry. She remained a steady and respected presence, appearing in television dramas, stage productions, and independent films, always praised for her professionalism and dedication. In 2000, she received the Disney Legends Award, honoring her lasting impact on the studio's golden era. Beyond acting, Hayley also became a strong advocate for child performers, openly discussing the realities of growing up in the spotlight and the importance of protecting identity, balance, and emotional well-being. In 1966, while filming The Family Way, 20-year-old Hayley Mills crossed paths with director Roy Bolting, who was 53 at the time, a seasoned filmmaker already regarded as one of Britain's most influential creative forces. Their meeting quickly turned into something more, and it didn't take long for the relationship to spark public curiosity and controversy. The 33-year age gap raised eyebrows, especially since Hayley was still widely seen as the wholesome Disney child star from Pollyanna and The Parent Trap. To many observers, the pairing felt unexpected and difficult to understand. Yet behind the headlines, Hayley was drawn to Bolting's sharp intellect, confidence, and deep knowledge of the world. He carried himself with authority and experience, and that intrigued her. In return, Bolting admired Hayley's independence, intelligence, and creative drive, qualities that went far beyond her youthful image and public persona. As filming continued, their bond grew stronger. Though unconventional by industry standards, Hayley viewed Bolting not only as a romantic partner, but also as someone who encouraged her evolution from child star into a more serious, mature actress. He supported her desire to be taken seriously and to step outside the narrow roles she had been offered for years. The couple married in 1971 when Hayley was 25 and Bolting was 58. Together, they built a bohemian yet comfortable life shaped by art, conversation, and creativity. They lived in a stylish flat in London's Chelsea district, an area long known for its connection to artists and intellectuals, while also retreating to their countryside home at the striking Cobstone Windmill in Ibstone, Buckinghamshire. The windmill, standing high above the rolling English countryside, became one of their most recognizable homes. They embraced rural life, hosting friends from the entertainment world, sharing long dinners, and taking quiet walks through the scenic Chiltern Hills. Still, beneath the charm and calm, differences in age, personality, and long-term priorities slowly began to test the strength of their relationship. After several years together, Hayley Mills and Roy Bolting chose to go their separate ways, finalizing their divorce in 1977. While the marriage did not last, it remained a deeply significant chapter in Hayley's life. It marked a clear break from her carefully managed child star image and reflected her determination to define herself as an independent adult woman, making her own choices outside public expectations. During their marriage, Hayley gave birth to their son, Crispian Mills, a moment that reshaped her life in profound ways. Crispian would later carve out his own identity in the creative world, proving that artistic talent clearly ran in the family. He inherited his mother's passion for performance and his father's creative instincts, blending both into a sound that felt original and bold. In the 1990s, Crispian rose to prominence as the lead singer, guitarist, and primary songwriter for the British band Kula Shaker. The group became known for its distinctive mix of psychedelic rock and Indian musical influences, setting them apart during the height of the Britpop era. Crispian's music often carried themes of spirituality and individuality, qualities many felt echoed the thoughtful, curious nature long associated with Hayley herself. Despite growing up with famous parents and constant public attention, Crispian built his success on his own terms. Hayley has frequently spoken with pride about his achievements, emphasizing the importance of creative freedom and self-expression. Following the end of her marriage, Hayley entered a new relationship with actor Lee Lawson, a rising presence in British film and television. Their connection, which began in the mid-1970s, was grounded in shared artistic values and emotional understanding. In July 1976, they welcomed a son, Jason Lawson, bringing Hayley a renewed sense of joy, stability, and personal fulfillment during a time of major transition. However, as both Hayley Mills and Lee Lawson were deeply committed to their acting careers, the pressures of demanding schedules and differing ambitions slowly began to weigh on their relationship. Long hours, constant travel, and professional uncertainty made it difficult to maintain the closeness they once shared. By the early 1980s, the couple chose to separate amicably, deciding to focus on their individual journeys while preserving mutual respect as co-parents and fellow performers. Their separation was not driven by scandal or conflict, but by the reality of two creative lives moving in different directions. Hayley remained dedicated to her work and her children, balancing personal responsibility with professional ambition during a period of major transition. After several years centered on acting and family, her life gradually opened up to new possibilities. In 1997, Hayley found love again with actor and writer Ferdous Bamji, who is 20 years younger than her. The two met while touring in the stage production of The King and I, where Hayley played Anna Leonowens and Bamji portrayed the king. Working closely night after night, they developed a deep connection rooted in shared passion for theater, storytelling, and performance. Their bond grew naturally, shaped by long rehearsals, creative collaboration, and mutual admiration. Unlike Hayley's earlier, highly public relationships, this partnership remained intentionally private. They avoided unnecessary attention, choosing instead to focus on their craft, personal growth, and life away from constant headlines. As of 2023, the two remain devoted partners, often supporting each other's work across stage and film. Their relationship reflects emotional maturity, trust, and creative harmony. Having experienced fame, pressure, love, loss, and reinvention, Hayley Mills continues forward, guided by resilience, artistic purpose, and a belief that meaningful connection can evolve at any stage of life. After decades of keeping her reflections mostly private, Hayley Mills, now 79, has finally opened up about her experiences working alongside the legendary Irish actress Maureen O'Hara. The two starred together in Disney's beloved 1961 classic The Parent Trap, a film that has remained close to audiences' hearts for generations. For years, fans quietly speculated about the real relationship between the young British star and the fiery, seasoned screen icon who played her on-screen mother. Now, Hayley has decided to speak candidly, offering rare insight into what it was truly like to share scenes with one of Hollywood's most commanding personalities. Maureen was a force of nature, Mills revealed. She was strong, direct, and utterly professional, but beneath that formidable exterior was a woman with great warmth and a deep sense of compassion. Hayley recalls being just 14 years old when she first met O'Hara, and the impression was immediate and overwhelming. O'Hara was a towering presence in every sense, elegant, confident, and completely unapologetic in her standards. "I was terribly shy at that age," Mills admitted, and here was this magnificent woman with her blazing red hair and that unmistakable Irish voice. She didn't need to speak loudly to command attention. She filled a room the moment she entered it. By that time, O'Hara had already built an extraordinary career, starring in classics like The Quiet Man and How Green Was My Valley. She was widely known for her strength and for refusing to be pushed around in Hollywood's male-dominated system. Hayley admitted that, at first, O'Hara's assertiveness felt intimidating. She was never cruel or unkind, Mills explained, but she expected everyone, no matter how young, to do their best. O'Hara didn't tolerate shortcuts or excuses. She didn't believe in half measures, and that standard left a lasting impression on Hayley, both as a performer and as a person. "If you were on that set, you were there to work and to work well," Hayley Mills explained, and that standard was clear from day one. Yet, as filming continued, what first felt intimidating slowly transformed into deep respect and admiration. "I realized how much she cared about the story we were telling," Mills said. "She wasn't just acting, she was living the part." Watching Maureen O'Hara perform felt like witnessing a masterclass unfold in real time. Every glance carried meaning. Every movement had purpose. Every gesture meant something, Mills recalled, and that level of intention left a powerful impression on her young mind. But what stayed with her most happened between takes, away from the cameras. O'Hara took the time to speak with her quietly, offering guidance not just about acting, but about life under constant public attention. She said, "You have to know who you are before the world tells you who to be," Mills shared. At 14, the words didn't fully land, but the message stayed with her. "I didn't understand it fully at the time, but I've carried that lesson with me ever since," she admitted, recognizing how rare that advice truly was. Off-screen, the two developed a quiet but genuine bond. O'Hara was naturally private and reserved, never drawn to gossip or Hollywood nonsense. When the cameras stopped rolling, she didn't indulge in any of that, Mills said. Integrity mattered deeply to her. She carried herself with strength and a moral backbone that never wavered. Yet there was another side few people talked about. She also had a marvelous sense of humor, Mills laughed. She still remembers O'Hara's laughter echoing across the set, breaking tension when needed most. According to Mills, O'Hara would tell stories about her early days in Ireland or her adventures filming alongside John Wayne in rugged Western landscapes. In those moments, she could make the entire crew laugh, her eyes sparkling, reminding everyone she wasn't nearly as stern as her reputation suggested. Over the years, Hayley Mills said she came to truly understand the immense pressure Maureen O'Hara carried as a woman in Hollywood. She had to fight twice as hard for the respect that men were given without question. People mistook her strength for arrogance, Mills reflected, but it was survival. O'Hara demanded fairness, dignity, and equal treatment, and that fearless stance left a lasting impression on Hayley. Mills explained that O'Hara's example quietly taught her how to navigate the entertainment industry with confidence and self-respect. "She showed me that you can be kind without being weak and firm without being cruel," she said. That balance was rare, and O'Hara mastered it with grace and resolve. Looking back now, Mills speaks of her former co-star with deep affection and sincere gratitude. "I wish I had told her how much she influenced me when she was still here," Mills admitted softly. "She shaped not just how I approached acting, but how I approached life, with honesty, courage, and a bit of Irish fire." When O'Hara passed away in 2015, the loss hit hard. For Mills, it felt like saying goodbye to a piece of classic Hollywood, a kind of strength and integrity that no longer feels common. "She was one of a kind," Mills said, her tone turning nostalgic. Whenever she watches The Parent Trap now, memories flood back. She remembers the quiet moments, the reassuring smile before a difficult scene, or the gentle hand on her shoulder followed by the words, "You've got this, darling." Those moments, Mills says, remain among the most treasured of her entire career. Maureen wasn't just a co-star, she was a mentor, a protector, and a friend. Working with her was one of the greatest gifts of her life. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and comment your thoughts below. Make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into Hollywood legends, and we'll see you on the next one.